All right, so today we're going to be modeling this arch, this double arch and steps. It's a little different to what we did before in terms of how we're going to create these stairs and also the arches. And we want to use this subdivision surface modifier. And so we have to use quads this time. So I'll show you how we're going to do that and get this nice looking double arch with steps. All right, so let me show you. Let's turn off this and let's press 7 for top view. And we're going to start off with a plane. Shift A, add a mesh plane, and let's tab into edit mode, and we want to move this vertex to the corner here, or to the 3D cursor. So just press G and hold Control and just snap it there. All right, and now we want to press right click and subdivide, and press Shift R to repeat that. And the reason why we're leaving it at that is so that the edges could line up perfectly with the grids. If it is, we press A and right click and subdivide again, you notice that these edges here doesn't line up with the grid. So let's press Ctrl Z, backspace to undo that. So we want our stairs to be 3 blocks high and about 6 blocks wide. So we could press 1 for vertex select, and we could get rid of these top edges. So this is the height of the stairs, but we want the stairs to go a little further until it reaches here. So we could select this outer edge and we could go 5 across, extrude 5 across, and 5 across again. So EX and extrude 5 across, and then press Shift R. So this is our stairs, or this is one step. And we want to now create about 5 steps just like this. So we're going to be using the array modifier. So add modifier, generate array, and this is in the y-axis. So you want it to go in the x-axis and also in the y-axis. So click here and click 1. So we're not 0 on 1, and change the count to 5. So there's our stairs. So we could now click on this arrow and apply modifier. So we have stairs, we have quads, all quads, and it should be connected. If I press A and M, merge by distance, actually it wasn't. So we remove 4 vertices. I guess it's these 4 here. All right, so all of these are together because we just merged them. So what we're going to do now, we have to fill this gap here, and we're going to fill it with quads. So let me show you how to do that. So we could actually take this edge here. So it's a box, select that, and not this one, just these 5 or 6 here. And we want to press E, and let's enable snapping, snap to vertex. All right, so press E, Y, snap to that vertex, and press Shift R, Shift R. We actually want to come all the way down, so press Shift R until we reach the x-axis. All right, and let's take it from this side. We could select these edges here, EX and Control and snap to that edge there, and then press Shift R until we reach across here. Just keep pressing Shift R. Don't overlap like that. So just Control backspace, just Shift R until we reach here. All right, and let's continue until we finish all. All right, so EX, snap it there. Actually, let me see, press A, M, merge by distance. All right, so let's try that again. Select these vertices, EX, and snap there, Shift R, and continue until we reach here. And let's merge the vertices again, merge by distance. And finally, select this, EX, snap to that vertex, Shift R, and then select A, M, merge by distance. So now we have our stairs. Cool, huh? All right, so let's shift and let's move this up and let's create our double arches now. So just press G, Y. Actually, let's make sure and send it back to increment and press G, Y and just snap it there to that top there. We're going to select this row of vertices now and extrude it all the way to the bottom to the x-axis. So press E, Y and snap it there to the bottom. We want to fill this now with the same size grids. So let's press Ctrl R, left click, right click, drop a loop cut there, and tool up the operator panel, and let's give this 19 cuts, an odd number. All right, so that we can be able to line it up there. And how we know, if we go to 20, you'll notice that the edge is not in line with this grid here. So number of cuts, 19 in this case. So now let's press 3 for face select. We're going to actually create the double arches here by using circles, and then we're going to delete it. So let me show you. So we're going to select, let's go 4 blocks across from here and average like about, let's say here. That should be almost the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, that was good. When we're going to select again, make sure and hold shift so we don't lose the selection. All right. So press shift and let's go a little higher up and start probably like here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's leave that gap in between. And let's start about here. So left click and hold shift left click. I'm going to average again with that. So we should have same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down. All right. So now we're going to right click and loop tools, circle. All right. So keep that selected. And now we want to select the rest of these faces here, starting with this one. So pay attention. We want to select shift, left click this one, and then hold control, shift, and left click this one here. All right. And let's go and do the same thing for this one. So shift, left click this, shift, control, left click this one here. Good. Press X and delete those faces. And we should have what looks somewhat like a keyhole. Now we're going to fix that because you see these middle vertices here. Actually, this is supposed to be straight so that way we could be able to line it up properly. And I could do that. So press 1 for vertex select. And we notice that this line here is straight. So we could use this as a marker. So let's enable vertex snap in. And let's press GY and snap it to that vertex there. And do the same thing here. We could press GY and line it up with this same vertex here. All right. And let's do the same thing over here. We want to snap it to the middle. So GY, snap it to that one. And click on this GY and snap it to that one. All right. So we have a point of reference for the rest of vertices because we want the rest of vertices here to line up here. So that we will get our arch. All right. You see what we're getting at. So if I click on left click this vertex here and hold control and left click this vertex there, it selects the shortest path. But not only that, notice that there's this active element here that's white because we want to scale on the x-axis in reference to this vertex here. So we change this pivot point to active element SX0. See that? Everything scales on the x-axis in reference to that. Let's do something similar here with this vertex. So left click this one, hold control, left click that. This is the active one, SX0. See that? We get our arches there. And let's do the same thing over here. So left click this one, control, left click, SX0. All right. Left click here, control, left click here, SX0. Enter. Really cool. So tab out now. Notice. So let's actually raise this up. So we want to center this around the 3D cursor. So RX90. We just put it to stand up, right? So we could see what's happening. Now notice we have rotated it. So let's press Ctrl A and apply rotation. Did I apply? Yes, the rotation. So now this is zeroed out, right? All we need to do now is add some thickness and then add some subdivision modifier. Also the bevel. But everything will work nicely because we have quads. All right. So let's add a modifier and add generate solidify, even thickness, and let's increase this. Let me see if it is I enable wireframe. Okay, good. All right. So we have some nice thickness there. And now let's add a bevel. Generate bevel. All right. It's a little too thick. So 0.05. All right. Segments 3. And it will be easy now to press Ctrl 2 and add a subdivision surface modifier with a level of 2. Really easy. Don't forget to right click shade smooth. And it's as simple as that. So we now have our arch there with steps. And then we could increase the solidify modifier depending on how we want it. Depending on what we want. Really nice. And that's how we create this double arch with stairs in Blender 5.0. So I'll see you in the next one.